time of day. Just sentenced me to an extra 6 months.
Without asking if you were guilty or innocent of the charges?
She didn't even look at me. She just read out the charge and handed down the sentence.
No further questions.
Perry Mason?
Were you innocent of the charge?
Oh, come on, you'll know the reasons.
Answer the question.
No,
No, what?
I ain't answering on the grounds it could
Incriminate.
Yeah, that.
No further questions, Your Honour?
No further questions? Oh, come on. You're letting the bitch off pretty lightly, aren't you? Order, order. Order, I'll give you a bloody order. Let me take the stand. I got plenty to bloody say.
Evening, ladies. Everything all right?
No problems you'd want to know about.
Fine. And don't forget the early curfew. Back to the cells at 8.
How long is this going on for?
None of your business.
She said I was guilty and that was that. Same as always, 'cause we're here, we're guilty. She treated us like scum.
All right, Lou, stick to the facts.
Facts? God, the room's full of them. And what about the ones who aren't here? Farrah, for instance. Poor old Biddy copped an extra 6 months for something she didn't even do. Same as Lizzie. This bitch tried to stop her parole.
Yeah, she didn't want any of us getting out of here.
Order, order.
Oh, this is a bloody joke. We all know she's guilty. Why don't we just lynch her and get it over with? Shut up! All of you, shut up! How'd you say, Callie? There'll be no more questions.
See you in the morning, sir.
I was the visiting judge. I had to make instant decisions.
You mean you were only acting out what the department expected of you?
Yes. It's the same as you being top dog, Mara. You have to be strong to be respected.
Were you worried about losing your job if you were too lenient?
Yes. Look, none of you understand. I didn't enjoy handing out punishments. I only had a charge sheet and the officer's reports. I didn't know any of you then, or any of your problems. You were just files with criminal records.
Well, now that you do know us, would you have sentenced us differently?
Of course I would have.
There you are. No further questions, thank you.
Oh, yes. I can see it all now. You had time to investigate the facts before handing down extended sentences. Why didn't you use it?
But I didn't have time. This wasn't the only prison I worked at. I had to see hundreds of women.
Oh, yeah, we all looked the same, didn't we? Just like rubbish you didn't want to dirty your hands on.
No, that's not true.
I think it is. Ladies of the jury, this woman, if you could call her that, took great delight in extending our sentences, despite the fact that those brought before her might not have been guilty of the charges. Is there anyone amongst you who hasn't been punished by her? That's right. Most of us have suffered. If she had her way, none of us would have got out of here, ever. You're as guilty as hell, Higgins. That's the case for the prosecution.
Would the jury like to retire? What for? We don't need to.
Yeah, hands up those who know she's guilty.
Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't we talk about... The jury has made a decision. The verdict is guilty.
Do you have anything to say before I hand down a sentence?
Not much point, is there? But remember, if anything happens to me, you'll all get extra time.
Sarah Higgins, I hereby sentence you to cleaning the cells of all those that you've sentenced. To losing your buy-up to anyone who loses theirs. To doing punishment duties for anyone who receives it. All that is to apply for 6 months. So you'd better pray they send you to another prison when you go to trial.
Is that it? You're letting her off too light.
I've made a decision. If someone doesn't like it, they can speak up now.
I knew this would be a waste of bloody time.
Look, we all knew the conditions before we started. Nobody lays a finger on them. Does anyone want to argue with that? Good. Court dismissed.
That'll be the day. Night, Higgins. See you in the morning.
Sammy, would you open my door, please? I'm sorry, Mrs. Sullivan, but I never wanted to do
Come on, you two, out.
Oh, yes, I'm very well, thank you, Miss Ferguson. What's the matter with you, love? You haven't cracked it for a smile since we woke up.
Didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh, I hope I'm not snoring too much, am I?
No, I was just thinking that one, Barbara.
Morning. What's this about your mum?
I was just saying that I couldn't
Has
sleep.
Sarah gone? Oh, sorry. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Has Sarah gone to the showers yet?
Why?
No idea, love. Herself around the corner.
Oh, yes. Well, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. Heavens, I can't believe how clever Reb was. She even made me believe Sarah was guilty. And heavens, I was a defense counsel. Excuse me. I won't be...
Thank God for Pixie. Now, what's this about your mum?
Oh, I don't know. There's just nothing to be done about it, I suppose. It's just saying to Ju that I couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, well, I'm going to front the governor today, and hopefully we'll be up. The hell was that? Is that you, Mason?
Oh, God, what's the matter?
Sarah, she's dead. Somebody's killed her.
Only knock, will you?
Sorry. Thought we might have a chat about last night.
How do you mean? Look, I know what you're getting at, but I was with Alice right after we left the rec room.
Lou was with Alice. Neither of them mentioned you.
Wait a minute. I remember now. Jacko wanted me to lend her some rollies.
Sorry. Jacko was with Tammy. Strange, isn't it? How everybody seemed to be with somebody. Except you.
I don't need no alibi. Well, not for you, anyhow.
Oh, I think you do. Especially now. You see, I found the razor blade.
I flushed it down the toilet.
You stupid little bitch, after all I said.
Are you going to tell the cops?
What, with no evidence?
But you said...
You said you flushed it down the loo. How could I possibly have it?
Rotten
You
stick of
thank
all.
your lucky stars it was me and not them. Now, you're going to pay Harvey, not just for killing Higgins, but for going against my orders. I'm going to teach you who's in charge around here. And I promise you, it'll be a lesson you'll never forget.